Welcome to Maths and Science by IITian channel. In this lecture, I will be taking up a question that's a very good question relating to JEE Advanced 2024 Physics question paper, and this type of question it can be asked. It was asked to find out the square of the angular frequency for the attraction between two bits with a charge. Those two bits, they are with charge, and we have found out the electrical attraction between them or repulsion, electrical force. Instead, we can even go for the gravitational force. But ultimately, the basic concept is omega square is equal to 1 by I into d square v by d theta square, where theta is the angle between the bits when they are in a curved or circular movement, and v is the potential energy. The potential energy can be, if two masses are there, m1 m2 by d square, if two charges are there, q1 q2 by d square. Here in this question the concept is same. The only thing is that it was asked regarding the charges, and it can be asked for anything in any examination, any force. Force can be, once there is a force between two particles, then there will be potential energy. If they are following a curved path, there will be an angle between them, and there will be an angular frequency. That is equation of motion, which I have already explained you in my previous class, where I have discussed simple pendulum and conical pendulum, and also simple pendulum omega is equal to square root of 1 by I d square y by d square v by d theta square, where I is equal to ml square there, because pendulum length of the pendulum string is L. Here I is equal to, because it's a hoop, I is equal to mr square, if r is the radius of the circular hoop. We will be doing this omega square frequency is very important. I have already derived the equation, and also I have already fully explained in my simple pendulum and conical pendulum lectures. Please see them for further understanding. We will solve this question. We are here not much interested in what type of force it is. Let us say there is some force between the beads. One bead is stationary, that means one particle is stationary, another particle is doing the small oscillations. The small oscillations equation is this one. Whenever a particle executes the small oscillations, omega square is equal to 1 by I d square v by d theta square. Now I think you have got the sufficient background of this particular equation, sufficient knowledge. You might have seen my lectures, 2 lectures on simple pendulum and conical pendulum. Please see them. Under rigid body motion, under ROM, I have explained. Please see them. Now let us try to solve the question. Two masses are there, or particles are there, with equal mass, and with equal charge. One charge stationary and other charge is making small oscillations. In a circular hoop curve tracing. Find out omega square if radius of hoop is equal to r. This can be done, solved if you understand the concept. I will explain the concept. Please bear with me. I will take little time to explain the concept. Once you understand the concept, this question, for solving this question, it doesn't take no more than 2 minutes, and if you are faster, you can do it within a minute also. I will explain step by step. I have already explained what is omega square, angular frequency square, and how it is related to the potential energy. I will be doing with the potential energy. Solution. There is a circular hoop and there is one mass or charge q, let us say it is 1, it is stationary, and another charge q, it is at 2, it is moving, it is making oscillations. Small oscillations. And the distance between them is not known, and it is r, radius. This is what is given. Now we have to find out the omega square. I am repeatedly telling you, it need not be a charge, it can be anything, any force, any type of force. Please generalize your concepts so that you apply to a particular problem. Here we will be taking as a charge and electrical force. You can take gravitational force also, that is up to you. Let the angle be theta between the radii drawn to point 2 and point 1. Now we have to find the distance because we are going as per the potential energy and energy principles. My equation is omega square is equal to 1 by I into dou square V by dou theta square V theta. This is my equation. Or I can even rather say omega square is equal to 1 by I into d square V theta by d theta square at equilibrium condition. This is what is we have discussed in the last class while discussing about the conical pendulum and simple pendulum. Now, what is my potential energy? V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 into Q2 by D. This is the V. Please remember this. If force is required, F is equal to, here we are not dealing with the force, I am only dealing with the kinetic potential energy. Energy is a scalar. Force is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 divided by D square. This is the equation for force. We are not dealing with the forces and vectors. I have clearly explained without forces and vectors with energy, how to solve difficult problems in physics. This is what is our equation. We are not dealing with this, that force equation. V, potential energy. Potential energy V theta is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q1 is Q, Q2 is Q, both are Q, divided by D. Now, the main crux of the problem is in finding D in terms of theta, because it is V theta. It is V theta, 1 by I also is there. Sorry, it is V only, not omega square, V. Now, let us draw it like this. The triangle, this is point 1, this is point 2, this is center O, this is R, isosceles triangle. Now between 1 and 2 it is D, distance. This is theta. From this diagram I have taken out this, just like a triangle. From triangle you can easily find out what is D. The formula is very famous formula, D square is equal to R square plus R square minus 2R square cos theta. This is very famous equation. Please remember this. If the angle between the sides in an isosceles triangle is known, between two equal sides the angle is known, then the side opposite to the angle is equal to D square is equal to R square plus R square minus 2R square cos theta. Please remember this. If you put theta is equal to 0, D is equal to 0. If you put theta is equal to 90, it becomes a right angle triangle. D square is equal to R square plus R square. So that this is valid equation, very important equation. Now we will put, to find out D, we will substitute, we will take this value. Now what is D? D is equal to square root of 2R square minus 2R square cos theta. Then it implies D square is equal to 2R square into 1 minus cos theta. What is 1 minus cos theta? 2 sin square theta. 2 sin square theta by 2. 1 minus cos theta is equal to 2 sin square theta by 2. That means D square is equal to 2R square. Why I am explaining step by step? Because it is the most important step in this question. Other things are very simple. 2R square into 2 into sin square theta by 2. That is equal to 4R square into sin square theta by 2. That implies D is equal to 2R sin theta by 2. Do you agree? This is the value of D. Because D square is equal to 4R square sin square theta by 2. Square root of that will be 2R sin theta by 2. That is D. Now I have got D in terms of theta in this equation, in potential energy. That potential with respect to theta will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, because it is electrical energy, electrical charges are given, 1 by 2R, D value is sin theta by 2. Do you agree? That is equal to 1 by 8 pi epsilon naught R into 1 by sin theta by 2. Let me call this whole, it is because this whole is a constant. Let me call this whole as constant A. Then what it happens? V theta is equal to A into 1 by sin theta by 2. Now, I have to differentiate it because I have to get the d square v by d theta and also the point of equilibrium. That means v theta should be 0. V theta should be dv theta by d theta should be 0 for getting equilibrium condition. So that v theta is minimum position rather. Position can be in terms of theta. Now, let us find out equilibrium position. That is what is required. At equilibrium position only d square v by d theta square. Omega square is equal to 1 by I into d square y by d theta square at theta position at equilibrium. For finding the equilibrium position, what is given? V theta is equal to A into 1 by sin theta by 2. That implies dv theta by d theta is equal to A into d by d theta of cosecant theta by 2. 1 by sin theta by 2 is cosecant theta by 2. That is equal to A into minus half cot theta by 2 into cosecant theta by 2. This should be 0. dv theta by d theta should be 0 for v theta to be minimum for equilibrium position. Therefore, A into minus A into 1 by 2 into cot theta by 2 into cosecant theta by 2 is equal to 0. That means cos theta by 2 by sin theta by 2 into 1 by sin theta by 2 is equal to 0. That means cos theta by 2 is equal to 0. That means cos theta by 2 is equal to pi by 2. That means theta by 2 is equal to, this is cos pi by 2. Theta by 2 is equal to pi by 2, which means theta is equal to pi. That means at equilibrium position theta is equal to pi. Then we will go for calculating the d square v theta by d theta square at pi, so that we can solve this problem very easily. This can be written as a by 2 into 1 by 2 into, please these things you people please do this differentiation, cot square theta by 2 plus cosecant square theta by 2. Then at theta is equal to pi, d square v theta by d theta square at theta is equal to pi, that is equal to a by 4 into cosecant theta by 2 is 1 by sin theta by 2, that is 1 by sin pi by 2, that is 1. Cot square theta by 2 is cos square theta by 2 cos square pi by 2, that will be 0. Plus cosecant square theta by 2 is 1 as calculated earlier. That will be a by 4. What is a? D square v theta by d theta square at theta is equal to pi, that is equal to q square, which we have written here already. What is that A value? 1 by 8 pi epsilon naught r. 1 by 8 pi epsilon naught r into 1 by 4. That is equal to 1 by 32 pi epsilon naught r. Now, what is omega square? Omega square is equal to 1 by I into d square v by d theta square of theta at is equal to pi. Therefore, omega square is equal to I by I is 1 by mr square into 1 by 32 pi epsilon naught r. That is equal to 1 by 32 mr cube into pi epsilon naught. Answer is B. This is the answer. If you are little bit faster in your differentiation and integration calculus, please practice it. It is a must for IIT JEE examination, and for NEET also it will be better if you are good at differentiation and little bit of integration. It's not a very hard differentiation, it's a simple differentiation, and the answer is frequency square is equal to 1 by 32 m r cube pi epsilon naught. This is the answer. Here we have not touched any vectors, we have not done anything, simple differentiation, very simple differentiation, and the formula which we have used is omega square is equal to 1 by I d square v theta by d theta square, and this is for a general, it is a general solution, it is not specific. The question was also very general, it was not with any numerical values, the question was also very general, the answer is also we have got very general. I think it's a very good question, lot of concepts are there. The main crux of the problem, it is not about the differentiation, it is about finding the d, this value. This equation is the most important equation in an isosceles triangle. D square, distance between 2 points whose distance is not known, that d square is equal to r square plus r square, both the sides square, sum of the squares, minus 2r square into theta. Theta is the angle between the two equal sides. Please remember this. Please remember. And other things follow, and it's not a very tough question if you know the d square formula, and also if you know omega square is equal to, which I have discussed previously. Omega square is equal to 1 by I into d square v theta by d theta square. If in the next examination anytime, if they give like simple pendulum, I have told you distance is given instead of theta, then omega square is equal to 1 by m into d square vx, because distance is already covered in x, because here distance is not there in this equation, hence we got mr square. If distance is covered already in vx, that example also I have done. Vx is given and I have asked you to find out the angular frequency square, that also I have done. Dx square. Please remember these two formulae. regarding angular frequency square. It may come in JEE Mains or JEE Advanced in a twisted manner. Little bit of twist may be given, but concepts is this only. If they have given this means, they can go for this. Both the examples I have done in my previous lectures. Please see simple pendulum, conical pendulum and potential energy. 3 lectures are there. Please see them without fail. And in NEET, they can ask this type of question. May not be involving too much of differentiation, but there can be a question asking you to the distance, finding the distance, differentiation, or the point of first differentiation without second stage of differentiation. They can even ask the point of equilibrium. That means for all these examinations, these two are important as far as angular frequency in respect of the rotational motion or rigid body motion. With this, I want to stop this lecture. Best of luck to everybody. If there is a value addition to you because of this lecture, kindly share my videos and channel details to the known people and kindly subscribe to my channel. I will bring more and more questions on potential energy. Then we will switch over to Lagrangian. With Lagrangian, you can see how easily we will solve the problems, typical problems with energy conservation principle. Subscribe to my channel, Maths and Science by IITian. Thank you for seeing my lecture. Thank you for viewing my lecture. Best of luck to everybody. Thank you.